It's Christmas in June. Amazon just announced its deadline for receiving stock in its fulfillment centers for Prime Day 2019. It's later this month on June 27th. Do you have enough stock for increase in sales? And are you ready to take advantage of one of the most fruitful days on Amazon? I'm Darren and this is Zon Trends. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this content. This week, we're going to be taking a look at a few tips and tricks to make sure you take full advantage of Amazon Prime Day 2019. You're going to want to make sure to pay attention to this one closely. Not only is it going to make you more sales for Prime Day, but it's also going to put more money in your pocket. Also, you spoke and we listened. We have another one of your questions of the week, and this one is all about the listing score. So stay tuned till the end of the video because we're going to be diving into that question as well. Amazon Prime Day first launched back in 2015. And it's an exclusive shopping deal for Prime members only. You might remember that last year, Amazon was crippled by technical difficulties. The site was down, so you can guarantee that Amazon is going to be prepared this year for the increase in sales and traffic to their website. Prime Day's official date for 2019 hasn't been officially announced, but it'll probably be sometime mid-July. Prime Day is one of Amazon's biggest day of sales, and it lasts 36 hours. So you're going to want to make sure to take full advantage of the entire 36 hours. And we're gonna deep dive now into the tips and tricks that you can use to make sure you take full advantage. Let's just jump right into it. Tip number one, you wanna make sure that your listing is fully optimized for the right keywords. So if you haven't done any edits to your listing copy, jump in now and make sure your listing looks amazing. And if you're brand registered, try to take advantage of EBC. This is once again just gonna drive more clicks and better conversion. For those that don't know, EBC is enhanced brand content, and it's available for brand registered sellers only, but it basically just gives you a beefed up, amazing looking listing. Tip number two, this is the perfect opportunity for lightning deals and other promotions and discounted pricing. Lightning deals are promotions that either have a set time limit or a set quantity of units that are supposed to be sold for this promotion. Whichever one comes first, the deadline or the end of the stock for that promotion ends the lightning deal. But it's a great way to make sure that your customers pay exactly what you want them to pay during this promotion. Tip number three, advertise. If you're not advertising already, you probably should be. If you already are, this is the perfect time to increase your ad spend and make sure that your existing ad campaigns are fully optimized and as good as they possibly can be. Make sure to take a look at the blog post below and a video link to Howard Lee's Seller Insights interview, which goes deep into PPC and how to take advantage of it fully. Tip number four, utilize your email lists for promotional emails. This is the perfect opportunity to use ZonGuru's email blast feature, which allows you to market back to customers that have purchased from you in the last 90 days. So you can basically let your customers know what you're up to. If you have lightning deals, if you have coupons, if you have new products that you want to tell your customers about, you can send them a one-off email to make sure that they are in the loop. And this is also a great opportunity to just review your email campaigns that you already have set up in ZonGuru's email automator to make sure that your messaging is exactly as you want it to be for the increased volume of sales and more eyes on your products and your branding and communication. Tip number five, make sure to leverage new or existing influencers. This is great timing for ensuring that you leverage your influencer's audience and that you have a promo set up where it's a win-win situation and they might get a portion of the sales. Are you ready to take advantage of Amazon Prime Day 2019? Well, if you are, make sure to utilize the 5 tips. Make sure that your listing is fully optimized. If you're brand registered, take advantage of EBC. Advertise, leverage influencers and the opportunities there to take advantage of their lists and customer base. Email blasts and email promotions, whether you have email lists from Facebook or from past orders that you can utilize within ZonGuru's email automator tool. Finally, lightning deals, promotions, making sure that you have the right coupons and your pricing is in place to compete against your competition. Prime Day 2019, it's seriously like Christmas in the summer. So make sure that you're fully ready. To take advantage of the 36 hours of increased sales, you have to make sure that you stay in stock. By June 27th, the cutoff for Prime Day stock to be in a fulfillment center, you need to make sure that you're ready and that you don't run out, because that's one of the worst things that can happen for Prime Day 2019. But I know that you're gonna be ready. Now we're going to jump into the Zon Trends question of the week. This one is brought to us by Debrina. So thank you for reaching out, Debrina. We've recently made changes to our listing in the bullet points and description, and after becoming aware of our listing strength of 3.7 through the Chrome listing strength tool, we're basically wondering, what does the score mean and how is the score calculated? I want to just do a quick demonstration of where you can find the listing strength indicator, the strength score, and where you can find an article which kind of breaks it down exactly why a score is the way it is and things that you can do to improve your listing to have a higher score. Let's just jump into, this is a random search for pet cooling mats for dogs. This is actually a great category, niche score of 72%. 72% is a good score. Anything over 60% is good. This is pretty exceptional, so very good category. And we can see that the listing score appears here. And it's basically a quality score out of 10 points, which takes into account a bunch of different variables and then lists the strength of the score based on those variables. You can see here we have 6.4, lots of below 3 listing scores, 6.8, 6.4. So some strong listings and some weak listings. This is an article which you can find in our Knowledge Center. Just go to our FAQs, and if you need help finding this article, our support team, which you can reach anytime at support@zonguru.com, can just link you to. But this is what you'll see when you land on this page. It literally breaks down exactly what the listing score means. As we note here, it takes into account how well optimized your title is in relation to the search that you just made on the Chrome extension. So we can see here that we use the search term pet cooling mat for dogs. This listing up at the top here uses a broad optimization, so it doesn't score the full points, but it scores some points for its title optimization. Bullets is the number of bullets used in the listing and how many characters are used in the bullets. So you can score more or less points depending on how well you handle your bullets. Pictures is the number of pictures you take full advantage of, and you'll score bonus points if you have a video in the picture section as well. Again, just more points to score there. And then we take a look at reviews too. Not only the number of reviews, but the average review score and the average review score in relation to the number of reviews. So it takes into account all 3 of those things. The higher the amount of reviews and the higher the score, the more bonus points you'll score towards your listing score. Why is the listing score important? Well, it's important because it's an indicator of how strong the competition is in the product niche, but it's also an indicator of the conversion rate for those listings as well. If a listing has a higher score, you can pretty much bet that customers are going to buy from that seller. What I would do if I'm looking at this product niche is I would be looking at the listings that have the higher listing score, and I would be, if I'm selling this product, I'd be kind of taking notes on what they're doing well and what I can personally improve on to have a higher score. Hopefully that answers your question, Debrina. Make sure to take a look, guys, at our FAQ section. We have over 60 articles which break down different frequently asked questions. It's a great way to learn the ins and outs of ZonGuru, but also there's some really cool little tips and tricks on selling as well. So we covered a lot here. We went into the basics on how to make sure that you take full advantage of Prime Day and what it is. We also took a look at our question of the week, which looked at the listing score inside of the brand new Chrome extension Niche Rater tool. If you love content like this, make sure to click on the button here and like and subscribe. We want to hear from you. So make sure to leave your questions, feedback in the comments below. And who knows, maybe next week you'll be the question of the week. Bye for now.